Hi, IT.
Hi, Jessica.
Why are you?
I'm happy I'm here.
I'm so happy to have you. Like, is it obvious? Because I'm smiling for you. Like, I'm so happy.
I'm smiling too, so I'm happy too.
Yeah, that's really cool. So IT is a music journalist
Yep.
and he's also a podcaster. The
Yep.
podcast is Beigist, right?
Yeah, Beigist.
And on there he gives, I would say, wonderful.
Interesting relationship advice. Yeah.
I would say you should take them to heart, but I would say listen
I
to
take
them.
them. Take them.
You're taking them at your own risk. I feel like people should be aware of that. You put a disclaimer to say at your own
No,
risk.
I want it to spoil.
Wow.
I'm not going to warn you.
Why
That's
do you
the
want
idea.
people's relationship to spoil IT?
Yes, because I don't know. If I can't find love, you can't. Nobody should.
That's such a selfish thing to say.
It is. Yes, it is.
But wait, why don't you have love? You're cute, you're fine, you look like you have
Right?
money. You have money.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
So we're on the same page, boy. It doesn't just happen.
what's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I feel like you're chasing away the girls. Or maybe that thing where people say, oh, when people see you and they think you're fine, then they think that you're already in a relationship.
yeah, exactly. So when I say things like that, like, why? She just said why. Meanwhile, you that are asking why you're supposed to be the one I'm dating.
Okay, that's
So everybody
a nice
just
one.
keeps asking and nobody does anything.
But you're the man though.
So?
It's not the man is supposed to reach out, IT.
Eh?
No, excuse
For
me.
me, I'm hot now. So how will we do it now?
Hey, but I'm beg. No, I think it comes with the territory of being a man.
Yeah, so see, this just is a long gist. This is not therapy session, this is podcast. Leave me alone.
But really, I want to know that was actually not what I wanted to start with. But now we're there. It's like you're a man, right?
Yeah.
Are you not supposed to be the
No,
man?
sure, I do reach out. But it's not every time I reach out now. Reach out.
So you actually would like a girl to like check you?
Yeah, I'm down.
guy?
Man. There's no
Oh really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
don't-
cool. I heard somebody say one time that it's a turn off for them when a lady probably reaches out first. I think it's a thing of
Different things work for different people.
Fair
For me,
enough,
I'm
that's
fine. Like I'm like the most liberal person you find on earth. I don't mind, honestly.
That's pretty chill. I like
Actually
it.
don't mind.
Because
Yeah.
on my own, I was thinking about how men are so lucky in the society, and the way the society has painted in the sense that you get to see somebody you like and just reach out to them. I mean, you
Yeah.
might get a no, but like at least you see. But for a woman, it's almost like you need to be coy and then wait. And it's like, what if I see a man that I really like though? Can I just
I'm gonna tell you
can I just
what I
tell you I
say.
like you?
Yeah, man.
Exactly. So I'm of that opinion actually that if you see somebody, you like them, make an attempt,
Yeah.
just see how it goes.
If you see me, you like me, make an attempt. I'm begging, please. At this point, I'm begging.
What's your Instagram handle?
ITTYOKIM.
So ladies, there you have it.
Oh, that's.
There you have it.
I was joking.
Oh, seriously, is that how you? That's not your
No,
handle.
that's my handle. But like I'm joking about you come to my DM.
Why though? Please, ladies, I think you should go into
Yeah,
his
no.
DM. And that's how I met him actually. I reached out to him and he's very receptive and he replied. I was just telling him about how, it's not every day that I get that kind of reception. Sometimes I have to wait forever. But I'm grateful that I didn't have to do that. So now, since we have a music person here, let's talk a bit about the whole new cut.
Why are you doing this to me?
I just had to do that. I'm like,
You
what do
don't
you
know
think?
how much I've been avoiding this conversation with people, even with like my friends.
Oh, why?
Cause it doesn't go anywhere. Like it really doesn't. I just avoid it. I don't like music arguments. Yeah, real talk. I don't like them because everybody's just trying. So music is a very relative thing. Like it's really about taste. It's not about levels. There is no music that is higher than the other. It's just what works for everyone. And what works for you might not be what works for me. So we just have opposing views all the time.
I mean, I agree with you on the taste of music.
Yeah, like it's just on taste, man.
But when it comes to the people themselves and what they've achieved, I think that's where David Doe was talking about. I don't think he was saying my music is better than yours. I'm saying that I was there before he
Achievements.
came. He was saying, that's why
You can't drag Burna Boy and Davido cannot drag achievements. Burna Boy has more achievements. Like,
But who
it's
was
way
there
obvious.
first? That's what it means to be a newcomer.
Eh.
Even if your father built a house and you came and built it.
So the thing with the Newcastle thing here is that the truth, if we are telling ourselves the truth, like we're trying to be honest, Davido was not wrong. But he was wrong because it wasn't necessary to say. Like it was just such an unnecessary thing to say. Why? What are you trying to achieve?
Because in the entertainment business, though, and that's what sells. I mean, that's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So for like on his end is good for business. Like people are listening to his album all over. People are checking him out again. So, no. He has done more things than Burna Boy. So yeah, I get it. Like business wise, it's really good. And if I was his manager, I would want him to say it.
Yeah.
But like from a moral standpoint, like why are you saying this now? And he said it like a day after Burna Boy just sold out 80,000 capacity. And you see somebody that has done something you can't even, like you have not even done ever, and you're calling him new. And then his the placement with Rema and Fireboy and the rest of them. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I think that was where, I think he was intentional. I think
it was. It was very intentional. Like he said it, he mentioned his name, and he kept saying new cat and kept saying new cat. So it's like, I'm saying it, what can you do?
What can you do? I think they have a very dynamic relationship. I'd really love to see what happens when Bonner and Davido and Wizkid are all in a place together. Like, are they really all cool?
It'll be very difficult to get them in a place together. Yeah, because usually, if that's going to happen, they already know before and then they just avoid it.
Why? Like, they'll fight?
Yes, they will. They have fought before. Why wouldn't they do it again?
Like, physically fight?
Yes, now the club in Ghana, that was in 2020 or 2021. I can't remember. Yeah, but it's not so... it's quite recent.
Wow, I didn't follow that.
It wasn't three of them. I think it was three of them. No, I think it was David and Wiz. But Burna Boy got dragged into the matter. I can't remember.
Wow, I can't remember. You know, I used to, at a point in my life, I used to think, or most actually, even up to recently, I used to think that maybe they just do it to like, you know, just for the media, for the cloud, for the fans. I never would have thought that.
Then there's some other factors that I can't say in the public.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, that's pretty cool to see. So
but there was a time they were all like guys.
Yes, they always confusing us. I think there was a time where Wizkid and Davido became chubbies again and they were supporting each other.
Oh, no, yeah, they are still cool. But like, I mean, before the whole beef thing even started, like,
really?
For a little bit, they were friends, yeah. Because Wiz is like older than all of them in the game.
Yeah.
And then Davido started to pick up in like 2011, 2012. So then he had just come back from America. And he was always linking up at Wizkid's house. Yeah, they were always recording together.
Yeah, I think
there was a time like that. And then Burna, on the other hand, he wasn't in the mainstream like both of them. He was there, but like he wasn't in the mainstream. Yeah, he was just one of those guys. Yeah, and I mean, in that middle video, Burna Boy is the cameo on there. Yeah, Burna is the cameo on there. So there was just for a very brief minute. Yeah, they were guys. Like proper guys, but now I think they see all these things. Not my business. I'm suffering in Lagos and Nigeria. I really don't like to engage in all this talk.
It's true. I try to avoid it too because at the end of the day, it's not our business. Yeah, petrol is high, fuel is high. Like there's a lot.
I know how much I pay to get here.
So like, don't stress me about their shit.
Yeah, man, they'll be fine. Those guys are fine already.
Actually, they are fine. I think they are fine. I wonder if they say on Twitter and just look at what their fans are doing and like, oh my god, and just probably have a very good laugh because what fans do online or Twitter can be very hilarious. But now let's talk about the fact that you're a music journalist. I mean, like I mentioned to you before, currently studying media and communication. And one time we were asked to, you know, pick what we want to do in terms of, your stream. Are you going into journalism? Are you going to corporate and all of that? And most people ran away from journalism. Everybody went into corporate. Most people like, I mean, I have somebody in my class who is a radio host.
Okay.
And then she says, they don't pay a lot.
Real.
She's like, they don't even, sometimes she mentioned something about being owed her salary. And, you know, another guy again who does journalism, I think two of them actually. And he's like, it's hard though, for you to blow in Nigerian media. It's very hard. And so seeing you though, you're doing it. And if I do say so myself, you look fresh. You look like all that thing they're saying is not your business. So how is it?
No, I'm not directly, like I'm not in traditional media. So for those kind of guys, like people who do newspapers, like local, like Nigerian newspapers and radio and TV, they don't exactly pay them a lot. And I know because I have people on there and they owe them salaries big time. Like some of them have not been paid salaries in a year. Like they're just surviving on, there's an event, they go out, those people give them 10K
inside envelope, brown envelope.
Do you understand? Like, what's that? That 10K is transport fare. So, yeah, it's not so lucrative. But I don't do all this now, so...
What do you do?
But I wish them the best, though. I wish them all the best. Most of the time, so I'm managing an editor somewhere. DJ Millennials is like a media house, but it's not based in Nigeria. It's based in Canada, in Toronto.
Oh, wow, that's sweet.
And then I freelance too. Yeah. I mean, that's it.
And
So I barely have anything to do with Nigerian media houses.
but that was that intentional, like when you were building about your career?
Nope.
Actually, how did you even get into media?
I've been writing for a long time,
Oh,
since like when I was a kid. But I only started doing it professionally in like 2020. So in 2020, I wanted to reinvent my life. So before then, I was very serious. Like what I mean is, I was doing very serious things. I was doing like business management, yeah, consulting, very serious things in my life. Very serious guy. Like the way I'm dressing now, the old me will be so disappointed. Like, oh, bro, what are you doing? You're spoiled. Really, because I was always on tie, suits, that kind of level.
I'm trying to imagine you.
Exactly. You see my old pictures. If you see my old pictures, yeah, so that was me. And then in 2020, I'm like, oh, who am I whining? Everybody knows I'm not this serious inside. So why am I whining myself? So I just started losing it up a bit. So I'm like, I'm doing less of those business things. I'm just going to face pop culture because I love it and I love music a lot. So I started with profiling gospel artists. I think the first person I profiled was DJ Ofuri. Do you know Ofuri? He's a gospel DJ.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's a gospel DJ. He's one of these young guys, the Afro gospel guys that are like doing really good right now.
Okay.
But then the buzz wasn't as much as it is now on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so DJ Ofuri was the first person I reached out to. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. In fact, that interview was very funny. It was supposed to happen over the phone because it was during the lockdown.
Okay.
But it didn't eventually happen over the phone. Like, it was supposed to be a phone call.
Yeah.
It happened by text on WhatsApp. Because he was like, he's very busy. He doesn't have time for this. I didn't have any portfolio. I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, who is this random boy that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we did it. And when he went out, like, his community really welcomed him. I'm like, oh yeah, let me do more. So I think the next person I interviewed was Limo Blaze. I'm sure you know Limo Blaze. Yeah, I did Limo. He wasn't as big also. But now he's doing...
Yeah, I think he's the one with the gyrate.
Yeah, gyrate. Yeah. His work has been considered for Grammys.
Wow.
He has a show coming like in London and he just sold out. So he's a big
really
boy now.
good.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, so we did that. After then, the NSAS thing came and I was very motivated. I was very passionate about the whole thing. But I wanted to be involved. I was like, how else could I be involved apart from going for the protests? So I started documenting. And so I sent out a pitch to Bella Niger and they welcomed it. So I interviewed Idris Abdul Karim. Already, Idris was like my friend before then because there was a time that I worked in one media house like this between like 2018 and 2019. Yeah, so that was where I met Idris. And we did the interview for Bella Niger. I did like another story about Wizkid for Bella. Then I interviewed P Prime, and that was where it took off. P Prime was in 2021. I did the interview in 2020, but it got published in 2021 at more branches. And that was the first time like I got paid to write.
Wow.
Like paid to write since I started doing pop culture. Yeah, I used to get paid earlier. Yeah, and that's how I started. Yeah, so I started making friends in music. So it became more than just writing for me. I became more invested into the like industry. And we're here.
Wow, it's so beautiful to hear, especially when you talk about reinventing yourself.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Every time we hear it.
I actually do that a lot. I'm tired. A lot. This was not me last 2 months, I promise you. I change every 2 months.
So what happens for you? Because I feel like for me, maybe something dramatic happens in my life and then I said, okay, I'm tired of this. Let me switch. For instance, I was telling somebody I used to work in tech, right?
Oh, crazy.
And then after doing tech for a while, I'm like, for me, it's gotten boring. I want to switch back into something else. And so I did a whole, let me go to school, get this degree, and then I'm changing it all up. So that for me is usually what happens. Maybe something happens along the way and I switch. But for you, what triggers yours?
I get tired like very easily. So if I'm here today, right now, and I have the vibe, I have the passion, and I just have that drive, and I'm just doing it. After a while, everybody's used to it. So they don't see how awesome I am anymore. I'm like, what? You guys are so ungrateful. I can't take this. So I just pause. I'm like, Shebi, you want me to do it again? I'm not doing it again. I'm doing something else. And I just come up with something else. And then every time I get tired of where I am at that moment, I begin to have imposter syndrome. I'm like, am I sure I'm this great? Am I sure I'm this awesome? I like the Holy Spirit, because I'm Christian. The Holy Spirit is like, it's you now. You are him. You are him. You just have to switch it up. Let them not see it coming. Yeah. So I just find what I'm loving at the moment and just stay there. Yeah. It could have any expression. It could be what I do. It could be my job. It could be my fashion. It could be the kind of music I talk about and listen to. Yeah. It could be expressed through anything. I could start painting. There was a time I started like designing like clothes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still there, Sha. I'm still in that era. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's not every day that I hear people talk about it, but I think that is something that is very important because, like, I was telling somebody one day, it's like, we live 100 years in this life. So imagine if you had to be the same person throughout your 100 years of earth. That'd be so boring. Yeah. What stories would you tell your grandchildren? It's like you were just there. It's like very beautiful to hear people say. But then when I hear you talk as well, you talk with so much confidence. And like,
I do.
I'm who I am, it's like, even on your podcast, you're like, this is me. And it's like, were you always like that? Have you always been this confident? Because don't tell me you don't know your
I don't even know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. A lot of people tell me, I think, how are you this bold? Me? I don't think I am, man. Honestly, I never think I am. But I don't know, man. I honestly,
it's like you're having to think about it.
I don't have an answer to that question because I don't think I am.
I mean, when I'm looking at you here, I've heard you say things about yourself, and it's like, now me now. It's like, so that's a compliment.
Yeah, it's me.
And then even the way, the way you're dressed. There are not a lot of people that would dress the way you're dressed. Like,
I'm just wearing vest.
Please don't do that. You're looking all prime. I mean, I was telling somebody the other day, it's like, you need men who groom themselves. A lot of men do not take into consideration that they should groom themselves. They should come out looking fly.
Men are very insecure about their masculinity.
Yeah. So, but you're not.
No, I'm not. Point. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if that's confidence, but I'm not. I'm not insecure about my masculinity. You have to wear pink, I'll wear it. Like, I don't even think twice. And if you talk from now to tomorrow, that's your business.
That's confidence, bruh.
Is it?
It's a lot of confidence. And even talking about switching.
I think I agree.
From switching from, being a suit and tie person to who you are now. That takes a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it did. It actually
Because
did.
I was even going to ask you, like, how did people around you take that?
You don't want to know.
I want to know because I can only think about your mom, probably if she's a typical Nigerian woman.
It was crazy. Like, she tell me that somebody from church just called out. Like, they saw me wearing necklace. I'm like, necklace? Tell them that they're just starting because I'm about to go pierce my ears. It wasn't easy, man. It was because, like, it didn't get to me, but people talk though. I'm like, Mommy, I'm happy for you people. I'm here now. There's really nothing you guys can do about it. You just talk from now to next year and you'll be fine. And so my mom was having issues with my new lifestyle until I'm like, okay, so me before I started being like this and me now, has anything changed? Like in the core of my character? And she's like, nah, man, you're still a good person. I'm still, so what's your problem?
I think a lot
Why
of
is it
people say, what people say.
Like, am I not pretty? She's like, at our office, in church, I don't really care about those people like that. Those are your guys. I don't even know them. And then she started mentioning names. I'm like, who is this one again? So how can somebody somewhere that I have no idea about just be determining what I do in my life? Nah, like if she had problems, like issues with me and like my style, I'll consider it. Like I'll think about it. I'm like, oh, my mom doesn't like it, so I might change. I never still decided, but I go reason now. But it's not even hard. It's not people that I don't even know. Like, why nah? So I think, okay, so for me, it's like I get scared to do things sometimes, but I do them regardless. So I don't think it's less of me not ever being scared or not ever feeling intimidated or not ever feeling shy or anything. Because I feel those a lot, but I still do what I want to do or what I have to do. Yeah, so long as like I've checked it out with God, I've checked it out with myself, I will do it. Don't worry. You can try, but you won't stop me. But you try, but you won't stop me.
I think that's the only way to succeed, really. Because if you think about fear and imposter syndrome, like you mentioned, nobody will do anything.
Real.
Because the fear is always going to be there. Even when people tell me, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're reaching out to people, blah, blah. It takes a level of confidence. Before I enter somebody's DM, I'm proud though. Let me not be lie. Personally, and I'm very really proud. But then when I look about it, think about what I want to do, like
what's the worst that could happen?
Exactly, and what's the worst that's gonna happen? So
No,
still
okay,
me.
so
At least I know I tried. It's like, I'm going to do it regardless, regardless of the feeling and how. Because I think another thing is, if you rely on just your feelings to do things, you will never really complete anything or do much. Because your feelings are 1 minute you're happy, and that means you're sad. You don't even know why you're sad. You just start to feel bored or something. But I think it takes a lot of discipline to probably tell yourself, oh, I'm going to do this thing, and we're going to do it, and we're going to change. So that's really cute. But then I can definitely understand your mom, right? Because I think Nigeria as a whole, we're very communal city.
I'm happy for them. You see, these people don't give you. I can't curse. These people don't give you 5 naira. So they have never given you anything. They're even taking from you. So why are you caring? But I get it. Like their time, they actually care a lot. My time, we don't. Thankfully,
everybody talks about it. Like, thankful I'm born in this era where it's like I have freedom to do what I want to do.
The people that will stick with me, they will. The people that will go will eventually go, even if I start wearing jalamia. So why am I whining myself?
Exactly.
If I don't do the things I want to do and then end up not becoming like as successful as I want to be, it's still those people that will mock you. So at the end of the day, they lose at the end of the day. Man.
True.
Everybody will be fine.
True. Actually, guys. That's such a good word. Because like you said, if you're not successful, people are still going to come and ask your mom, what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. Like, they'll say, the only thing he does is wear suit and tie, walking all around Lagos. I saw him at Ojelekwa that day with his tie. Son, don't beat down with his sweat, everything. And the same mama will tell me, say, make I wear tie now. She's the one that still come and tell me, say, losing this thing. So, let me save you all that stress and still give you money.
Exactly. Like, and do you and be happy. Man. So, when you say, like, now you've made this transformation, do you think it has impacted how you're perceived, your work, your money, definitely. Your earning, all of that?
Yeah. So, with me, it's like every year I don't write them out, but I have plans for what I want to use the year to do. I don't write them out, but it's there at the back of my mind. So every action I take is towards that light. And then I think as at the time I did the switch up, like the very remarkable switch up, I wanted to be perceived as more loosened up. So yeah, I just did everything I could to own that perception. Yeah.
Do you think that using a tie and shirt would have stopped you from looking more perceived, less serious?
Yeah. I mean, how will I be wearing tie and going to club? Okay, Lord. You see me at DNA and I'm wearing a suit. Am I a bouncer?
True.
Come on now. And I wanted to do pop culture.
So you had to represent.
I had to. I started wearing G-Rags. That when I was younger, is Jamaica, I know those Nollywood bad boys.
Emeka Ike.
Yeah, those guys. I'm like, if I have to do it, I would do it. And then I liked it. So I wasn't just doing it and I wasn't loving it. I was actually loving it. And I was looking nicer. So I'll keep it, man.
Yeah. I can relate to that because there was a time when I wanted to switch up my style as well. And then I used to be maybe like you too, where it's like, I was very conservative. Yeah. I was very, do this. In fact, my parents used to call me Omo Get Inside. But it's like
your own parents.
No, my friends.
Okay, I thought you said your parents used to call me.
My friends in uni, they used to call me Omo Get Inside. Because I was following the rules to
But are you an Omo Get Inside?
At that point, I was.
Do you think you still are?
I don't think so.
I think you're still an Omo Get Inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, man. You're just giving the vibes.
Really?
Yeah, you're not giving street at all.
Well, I don't think I'm street, but I don't think I'm as bad as I used to. I don't think I'm as bad as I used to be.
That means you're bad gone. Don't mind me, I'm teasing.
Okay, but like, they used to say things like that, and then I didn't mind that then. I'm like, you guys, whatever people are saying. But then I realized that it's a lot of things. I just stopped myself from doing them because everybody said, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to school, live life like this and that. So I was just doing everything. So the moment I started saying, okay, let me just try this thing. Let me just try it and see if I will like it. And then I will wear it or wear something that I usually would not wear. I'm like, and I like this thing, no. Like when I first started wearing crop tops.
It's sweet to be bad.
And it's nice, so.
As a bad child, it's sweet. I'm telling you the truth. It's actually nice.
Like, I look at myself in the mirror and my flat tummy. I'm like, you're fine. I didn't even know you were this fine. What's going on?
It's sweet too.
And I started to switch up little by little. I mean, maybe I'm not at my final destination, but I'm getting there.
I don't think this is a final destination. You keep spoiling.
But it's not that a good thing though?
Yes, now.
Why is it a good thing?
Shebi this 20-somethings rant.
Yes.
By the time you're in 40-somethings rant, you won't have the time to be doing and the energy to be doing all those things again. So now that you do it, man. So you don't regret and keep looking back and say, because even now I'm not so old, but I look back at my teenage. I was too serious in my teenage. I was 16 when I was applying for bank jobs.
Wow.
I look back, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Or what were you doing rather? Because I didn't make the best out of it. I did because like those things are helping me now that I'm here.
Yeah.
But I feel like I missed out on a lot. I actually did miss out on a lot.
I feel the same way too, funny enough. Like when I was in my university back in the days, I didn't used to go clubbing. I never went clubbing until I was about 25.
I don't know. University clubbing now.
I only went one time, and since then I haven't gone again. I haven't done like a lot of things I wish, like you see, this like not an avenue to stay anyway to be bad, but it's like I see certain people do certain things, and I'm like, I like the audacity that you have to do that thing. It's like I envy you. You don't know. I might look all prime and proper, but like I envy the fact that you can do this and just have that. Because I feel like it's a stage. Because you hear people who are bank directors right now, and they tell you things they did in their past, like. So you guys actually, I have a lecturer who's like, I used to drink and I used to smoke, and now look at me, I'm really doing good.
You don't want to feel like that about your age now.
Yes.
So just do it now.